And I think it can weigh so much to the point like you want to break, but where is it? Because you got another project coming up on the heels. You already know it's there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you get to a place where it's like, dang, I would just like to have can I get a week?
Creative people, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode, Creatives Are Essential podcast, where we have therapeutic conversations for the creative mind. I am Christina.
It's your boy, Mark Lee.
Des.
And I'm Joe. Walk on, friends.
Guys, last episode was our Jordan episode.
Yes.
This is 24. This is our Kobe episode.
The Mamba episode.
The Mamba.
Yeah.
I don't know what's 25.
That's the Joe episode.
That's the Adele.
That was my number.
Oh.
He doesn't have to say.
Yeah. Like
you got Jordan, Kobe, and Joe.
Lovely. Well, what's been going on? You guys never say anything, but I'll tell you what's going on. We finally released some new merch. I'm like a frog.
You know what else has been going on? I just made my modeling debut. This
You
past
did?
week. Yes. So if you guys go on the creativesareessential.co to purchase your merch, you can see it on me, but you can see it even better in the checkout. The checkout page.
Yeah,
So.
we'll even send you a link to some exclusive pictures from his photo shoot.
Yes.
Show your shirt, bro.
Should I do what I did?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So one of the poses, I was like this.
Let him see the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We ain't trying to see you. We're trying to see the shirt. If you're not watching on YouTube, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're looking at the shirt right now.
Yo, real talk though, that is a tough design.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks,
Absolutely
guys.
love it. Look at
It's the colors.
He's still going
for me.
though.
He was really feeling himself.
Yeah.
He was really, really feeling himself.
He still is. Look at him.
I think they've seen it.
All right, we got it.
What's funny though is he ain't like the shirt at first.
I just thought that I didn't like it. I said it was different.
Talking to the mic.
Sorry. It's not that I didn't like it. I just said it was different. I'm just, I love the first, the original.
Yeah, but it's time, it's time for it.
Yeah, I like
progress, progress.
Got the little marshmallow print.
I had my hoodie, but I didn't want Christina to get mad before the episode.
I honestly thought we all were going to wear the hoodie.
Say less. I will get it right now.
No. This color looks great on you. So yeah, finally released a new merch. I'm excited about it. So there's that shirt. It comes in like a gray and a blue. And then there's the new hoodies. So all of you guys that have been asking for hoodies, they're finally available. Not for long, so you better get them when you can.
That's it. And also we have the ice in the veins trade, little logo on the side, so you can just kind of point to it. When you drain your shots at the
What does
at the gym.
say?
It says, read it. Read it.
You got it.
It says you are the answer to a problem.
Yes.
So it's just to encourage and inspire that in you is the answer to a problem that nobody else can solve like you can.
Mm-hmm.
So your creative contribution to this world really matters,
Come on. Absolutely.
And these are my thoughts. So pick up the new hoodie, pick up the new merch. I'm excited. We finally released it. We've only been talking about new stuff for a year now. So,
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
The gray ones. Don't forget about the gray ones. You have the gray version of those?
I said that already. You weren't listening, but it's okay.
Just kidding. I was distracted by Mark's
Physique. Yes.
peacock dance with his
Will's facial expressions be killing me. So, in other news, Travis Scott.
Oh, Travis.
Somebody want to give us an update on
Trav.
Well,
Astro World?
Travis.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Astro World? I didn't know.
I didn't know it was a festival either.
Yeah,
How long has that been going on? Do you know?
I don't know.
Has it been? Is that new? Or?
It's not new. They did it before COVID, but this is their first one since.
Okay, they've done one before COVID, or
I know
or
they've done it before COVID.
It's happened before.
I don't know how many they've done, but apparently the whole situation with that is, I forget 8 or 9 people died at the festival.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'm sure it's multiple reasons, but people were just like really, really close together in that pit by the stage. And from what, people have been saying about it, like you literally couldn't move, like your feet weren't on the floor.
That's scary.
You're packed together and you're just going in this like wave or this sea of people, and you're just moving, and, they couldn't even, the medics couldn't even get to the people in time, which is crazy.
I even heard somewhere like there was like some medics on like ATVs, like four-wheelers trying to get through, and people were jumping on the ATV to like kind of like get a better view, or just like to
like, oh, thanks.
Like,
no,
like there's people that need help.
Bro. So that's why I say it's like it's multiple reasons, because I'm sure some had to do with drugs. I'm sure some people was just like cardiac arrest. Like you just uptight. It's just bodies on bodies on bodies. Like people who are at the front, they're getting like slammed against the fence. Yeah. So like literally their bodies are like being compressed against the fence. Yeah. Like it just sounds,
So a question to you guys. Do you guys feel like that was Travis Scott's responsibility to man the crowd, or was it the responsibility of the arena where it was held?
I'm my first like level of blame, to me, it goes on the people that put this festival together. For me, because I actually had to do like I think, what is it called, crowd manager course for like an event we had at the church or something like that. And like there's certain like if there's a certain amount of people in a place, you have to understand your capacity. You got to understand like people need to know where exits are, and you need to have multiple exits. You need to have like all this stuff, because when people feel confined, they start to act erratic, and then that obviously causes problems.
Like animals.
And seriously though, like they would show us like examples of, situations where, people feel tight and, closed up, and they just start like pushing or, like this and that, and it causes all these issues. And like, it was just bad. And I'm just thinking like, okay, this is clearly far over capacity right now. I know we're outside, but this is way more than what should be allowed in here right now. So it's almost like kind of obvious that something like this would have happened. People already feel anxious, but on top of that, you're at this concert where it's encouraged to be as wild as you can get.
But didn't they say other things were going on at the time? Wasn't there like another area that people were, and then those people like migrated?
Well, yeah, I think that's usually how like festivals kind of plan out. Like they usually have like few shows going on at the same time so that everybody isn't at one thing.
Right.
But I think I heard that one show had just ended that was pretty big, and all those people came to that one or something like that. I don't know, but basically there was way too many people there, and these are the results, man.
Yeah, I actually saw a video on YouTube where even before the festival had actually began, the security gate was just getting rushed, and people were getting trampled at the gate. So that goes to show you there wasn't enough security there. If people could just like push over the gate and just.
And it was crazy because I saw that they even had like the purse checks, when you go through a line and they have the table set up so you can walk through and they can check your purse. Nope. They just
screw that.
Ran through. And I think for me, it's just like, how do you as a person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have no regard for just the people. Like,
I don't understand it.
You mean like
the people that
were there, or
because there were people
literally
getting trampled on and people just stepping on them.
Yeah.
And it's like, and
they're just running through.
Just running through just to get to the stage.
As close as they can, as quickly as they can.
My question is how much of this has happened before?
With him?
No, just in general, in the history of concerts and festivals. Because I remember even seeing clips of not old school Woodstock, but like the more recent one that I think they did like in the early 2000s or something like that. And I saw DMX on stage, and it seems like it was like 2 miles just worth of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder like how much of this has happened before that we didn't really hear about.
It's
I don't
possible.
think. Yeah, I don't think any resulting in death.
That's
I
what I
think
was
that's
gonna
what
say.
makes it so like.
There was I was watching on the Breakfast Club, and there was like this rock and roll group called Pearl Jam,
Mm-hmm.
and that was their question because they had a concert as well where people died, and there wasn't this big fuss about it. So it's just like, why is it Travis getting all this heat from people dying at his concerts?
I
Because
heard
people
that,
don't know Pearl Jam. I'm just playing. People do.
I heard that like at his concerts though, he like encourages that type of like behavior.
Which,
So
but is that wrong though?
Because you have like
But-
mosh pits, and you have the different rock and roll groups where people are jumping off the stage, and you know what I mean. Like,
I'm not gonna say is that wrong. Is that different from any other concert? My thing is, I think it's. I'm not trying to come to his defense at all. I'm not, but I'm also trying to see it from that side. Am I fully aware, one, that these things are happening? Because I think any person in their right mind, if you know someone is about to die, you may continue the concert.
Right.
Like,
And
but
no, ladies first.
no, I was gonna say, and that's the thing too. I forgot what I heard it on, but they were saying like when you're on the stage, and I didn't think about this until they said it. It's only so far that you can see, and not justifying it, but it's only so far that you can see. So is he seeing the person in the middle or the people all the way in the back that's starting to push to that extent? No, it just kind of
it
looks
just
like
looked like
right.
we're having a party.
Right.
Yeah, and there was video of him saying, "Hey, we need like help over here, like medical attention." So it's like I don't think he went into it saying like, "All right, these people gonna get crunk, somebody gonna die today, and let's keep it
Right.
moving."
And
Yeah.
you stopped the concert because of that.
I
Because
think
there's
you do.
ambulance on site anyway.
But
I mean, when you talk
but-
about human life and someone dying, that's a reason to stop a concert.
Absolutely. And I think my issue with him is the kind of the encouragement of
Absolutely.
like I think he would put out like a tweet like before the concert even started, like, man, they said tickets sold out, but I know the real ones finna come through, like
Yeah.
da 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 and jump the
They'll
gate,
find
da
a
da
way.
da.
Gotta find a way.
Yeah. And I'm like,
and that's my thing, because
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't know, but if there was a lack of security and you're encouraging more people to come
Yeah.
in, like, of course you're going to be held
it was
accountable.
very
And-
irresponsible.
And then on top of that, like, if you encourage that type of behavior, he's on a stage. It's just him. Like,
Yeah.
he is
He ain't
safe.
gotta worry
He
about
don't
that.
got to worry about what's happening in the crowd, you know? And with Pearl Jam, like, how long ago was that concert? Because social media is heavy now. It may not have been at the time. I don't know when the concert was, but of course things are going to circulate more now when we're all just, you know, on our phones and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But then
that's
it's not just death. It's a high amount
9, I
of
think they
death.
said.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
9 people, not just one, not just 2, 9 people.
And young.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say it matters because they're younger, but just seeing like the ages, like
Yeah.
you just thinking
Yeah.
you're going to a concert and it's like that, like, yeah.
I think the
that's-
ages
yeah.
range between 10 and 27, I think.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, but like a 10-year-old,
Yeah.
you know, a little kid. Now, I don't know who's bringing their 10-year-old to
That's a whole nother conversation.
a Travis Scott
Yeah, that's just a
festival.
responsibility. on
But
them.
yeah, man.
And I saw an interview with a guy who went to a previous concert held at the NRG Arena, who his son wanted to go to the Travis Scott's concert, but he said, let's sit this one out because of his experience from the last concert, like I think a week or two prior, where he said there wasn't any sufficient security. And he was literally walking, holding his son in fear that something was going to happen to him.
That's crazy.
So yes, it's. I think there's only so much responsibility that Travis, as you're already focused on being the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You got to worry about security too. Like that's not your level of expertise. So how is
Yeah.
that? Is that really your responsibility?
Right.
It
Yeah,
may not be.
I don't think it's necessarily his responsibility, but my thing is your encouragement
Encouraging.
of
Right.
of certain behavior is a problem. That's stuff you can change. That's stuff you cannot do. But yeah, again, my issue was more so with the people that put this together. Like you weren't prepared for this.
Yeah.
And let's define security.
Yeah.
They security or they security?
In yellow shirts.
You know, like the security at the
security.
airport, they don't even smile at you. They like, no, ma'am. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
or this security, like, shoot, I get off. Let me just go.
Man,
You know
hurry
what I'm
up.
saying?
Yeah.
there was an interview with a guy who he was hired as security for the event, and he said he was like, oh no, this is not the pay what I'm getting is not worth this, and so he just basically stood back because you're talking about if you're one in that type of event, there's how many people? 50,000 people?
A lot of people.
How much security are you gonna hire? Can you like pay for an event? Like, what is enough?
I think even they're probably looking at it from a budgetary perspective.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm sure.
That's
course.
too much money.
Yeah, like,
sure.
it's not gonna get that bad. It's not gonna get that rowdy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in their head they're like, I mean, even if it does,
I mean, as long
but
as, people
we're
don't
not going to
die.
spend that much.
Right.
That's just too much money. That's our.
And I know they
bottom
had
line.
police there, but I mean,
And then
still,
did you see the horse?
Yeah.
Horse.
The police horse that was like, oh no.
Yeah, by the
think
security gate. Once they finally got it to calm down, it was because like the police on the horses like came through.
What?
Well, the rush from the people just running in, it startled the horse.
That's
So
what
the
I'm
horse was
saying.
just there
That
like,
throws me off when like police are on the horses
Right.
because it'd be like, now if this horse just be like, and just beating down people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and I think that's hilarious. Like, why would you have a horse?
Doesn't seem like an efficient.
Yeah.
way
exactly.
to-
Like bicycle cops. Did you guys see the rollerblade cops?
That's stupid.
Have you ever seen?
No.
it's like,
Oh.
please push him.
It's like, hey,
You're under arrest.
The best way to get away is go on grass.
Hold on. All right.
There are these rollerblade cops. I gotta show you guys a clip later. It's so stupid.
So, a question
Yeah.
to you guys. I know you guys are sneakerheads and the culture of sneakers. You love them.
Let's not talk about
Do
it.
don't
you
wanna answer this.
feel
No.
like this? Well, I wasn't going to personalize it, but do you feel like this will cause a decline in the sneakers of Travis Scott?
Let me give you an overwhelming. Absolutely not.
No?
There's no way.
Hell no.
Do you don't
No
feel
way.
like the
What they said.
Ooh.
what they said? So would
No,
you?
I'm saying I agree with what they said.
You agree?
Mhm.
So does this affect your
My
Now you're
desire.
getting personal, and I
No.
refuse.
desire to want to take part?
those shoes didn't do anything to them people.
A part of me wants to say yes,
Yeah.
but
The
them
politically correct
shoes-
side.
No. Like just knowing like this money is going in this man's pocket.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all saw his like apology video, but it
No.
didn't seem like it was much of an apology at all. It was just kind of like guys, yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and it just looked like when you about to get in trouble,
Yeah.
like he looked pressed.
I gotta see it. I didn't see it.
Oh, you never saw it?
No.
Oh yeah.
That boy looked like he was stressed out, but not because he was, at least to me, not because he looked like he was so apologetic or so heartbroken, but because he knows
You know
like
that money was about to be messed up.
yeah.
Dang.
And so this is kind of a side note, but did you guys see how Kanye like wanted to squash his beef with Drake, and in the height of the whole Travis Scott, because people are also coming after Drake, not as much as they are Travis.
Yeah.
But in the process of that, Kanye wanted to resolve and like come to
Wait.
some type of amends. He sent this staged apology out
But
Wait.
Drake performed.
to Drake.
But I'm saying, how did Drake get caught up in all of this?
Drake performed.
with Travis
Performed.
Scott.
In that same
that's-
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So Kanye's like, hey, I just want to like squash the beef, and Drake's like, not now. Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like Drake has some?
But why would people blame him?
It's when you're the face, especially.
Yeah.
I forget who put it this way. Travis Scott has money, so any interruption in his life, it's easier for him to handle it. Drake has money, so any interruption in his life, it's easier for them to handle it. But you're talking about people who are in the hospital. You're talking about people who are dying. Like, it affects them. It's going to affect them 100 times more.
Yeah.
So, of course, who are we going to blame? Forget the arena.
Mhm.
Forget the security. Let's blame the people who are performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
It's
Yeah.
easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we still don't know them by name. Who are they?
Seriously,
The arena
listen,
people.
When I
The event
heard
staff.
some of
Who's
these,
that?
when I heard some of these stories though, like from the people that were there, that didn't die, but like they thought they
Yeah.
were, like
Can you
I was
imagine?
like I was broken. Like seriously, like
Yeah.
it messed with me a little bit. Like
Yeah.
people fell on top of them, and all they saw was black because there was so many people on top of them, and they basically kind of gave up to the point was just like they accepted the fact that they were about to die. And I'm
At
just
a
No.
concert.
at a
yo.
concert.
Like who thinks
Not
they're
in
gonna
war.
go out?
Like,
yeah,
no.
at
Not
a
even-
concert.
yeah.
That messed with me. It really did. And like there was someone else, like they took him to a medical tent or whatever, but they didn't really even tend to him because they're over doing chest compressions. Like there wasn't even enough medical staff there to handle
That's another thing.
all the people that were having issues. Like
Yeah.
this man is it's messed up,
Yeah.
but they can't even tend to him because at least you're alive.
Right.
These people are
Yeah.
like
dying.
yeah. You know what I mean?
There
And
was a nurse in the sorry.
No, you go.
There was a nurse in the crowd who said she had to make a choice, or it came to a point where she already could recognize that this person was dead, so she had to go help the person who had a chance.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez.
Like in the hospitals or even like in war, I mean, I've only referenced movies and stuff, but that's what they do. Like they kind of like, okay, you're breathing, so let me go
Yeah.
get this
Yeah.
other guy who's like really hanging on for his life at a concert. Like
At
that's
a
crazy
concert.
to me.
Like having to come to terms with like you're dead. Let me help this. Like at
Yeah.
a concert.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine.
Or even that person, like I think one of you said like laying there and it's like, okay, like I can't breathe. Oh, this, like,
Yeah.
geez, that, nah.
It's too much,
Nah.
man.
Someone should be
You
held
about to
accountable.
die, and all you just hear is like the crowd cheering,
Yeah.
and music playing. Like Travis.
And then you
Dog.
hear dum dum. Sorry.
What's that?
What is
on
that?
SVU?
No, I'm saying like you're alive. You transitioning.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
the
Is
sound
that
it
the
makes?
noise?
Well, it depends on where you're going. Because it could be a whole different crowd or a host of angels.
So what happens when you go to heaven? You go,
You're
like,
like,
what it do?
"Oh."
You sound like you've been there.
Yeah.
I know somebody.
He's like, yeah, I've had a few near death experiences.
I heard that.
Quick side note, it said the Pearl Jam thing. 21 years after 11 people died in a stampede at the 1979 The Who concert in Cincinnati.
How many people died?
It says 11.
Wait. You said 21 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
In 1979?
Mm-hmm.
When was this article?
No, it said 21 years after 11 people
Oh,
died.
after 11 people died. Sorry.
But the
still,
concert
that-
was in 1979.
I'm confused.
Because 21 years ago was the year
Wait.
2000.
Come back to me.
I'm reading the same thing she's reading. So
So maybe this
So look.
article was
the Who concert in Cincinnati, what happened during the Pearl Jam, set in 2000. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Let me read it though, because it just don't make sense.
Okay, so
We'll get that information.
there was
Math
a
is hard,
concert
guys.
in either 2000 or
Or
1979, and
but people died.
11 people
Yeah.
died.
I wonder if that's the name of the record, 1979.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so
We'll
in
find it out.
2000,
We'll find out.
they had a concert.
Mm-hmm.
11 people died.
Mm-hmm.
But social media wasn't booming like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
They probably, some people probably posted on their MySpace, but
MySpace wasn't even a thing in 2000.
it wasn't. Nope. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not. You're right.
I don't think MySpace
Was
came on the
anything
scene.
a thing?
Chat rooms. Yeah.
Oh, on AIM?
AOL.
Right.
Do you
Guess
remember
what
your
happened?
Do you remember your AIM username?
I do. I remember mine.
What was yours?
It was
I don't.
stupid.
Was
Tell
it
us.
Hotboy_123?
No. Jookum25.
Jokum25?
JUKUM.
Wasn't that like your
25? yeah.
YouTube name or something
It
at
was
one
for,
point?
or what was it? I don't think it was my YouTube. It was something.
It was
though.
something. I remember that.
It was definitely my AIM thing. I don't know what I used it for. It might have been an email address at one point.
Where'd you get that name from?
So,
Story time.
so you guys remember the AND1 mixtape?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you remember AND1 mixtapes?
Yeah.
So those are huge at the time. You had Hot Sauce and
Mhm.
Skip to My Lou
Oh,
and
boy.
all this stuff.
Hot Sauce
So
was my dude.
there's a few guys at the church, and we would play basketball and all this stuff, and I got lucky and crossed somebody up because I can't play basketball, but it worked out.
What'd you do? He's like,
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. It was again, but it worked out where they were like, ankles,
broke them ankles.
and so ooh, he juked them nasty, type of thing. It was like a thing. Ooh, that's juke them nasty. It's stupid, guys. We were in middle school.
One time.
And
it was lucky.
But
transformed your life.
That was it.
He said, I'm going to
and 25 was my number, so
Juke
it was
25.
25. That was it.
I'd love to.
I don't call myself this to this day, guys. It's not a thing. I just want to. It was so dumb.
The next time we do a podcast, that's how you introduce yourself. It's Des
and I'm Jukum.
and
Wagwan, friends.
25.
I thought 25 stands for the 25. The last time you juked them.
At 25 years ago.
Sorry, it sounded better in my head. All right, what's the next
topic? It may have been 25
25
years ago when you was what, 9?
Right.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Man.
So, a friend of the podcast, photographer, designer Chanel Walker Smith.
Chanel
Smith Walker.
Oh.
She got a lot of names, guys. She had just posted some tweets the other day, and we actually reposted it on Creatives Are Essential, but I'm going to read the tweets for you, and I'd love to hear y'all thoughts. So she said, I wish people would stop using the word grind when dealing with creatives. Stop questioning their credibility and work ethic when they tell you they're exhausted or burnt out. I've seen numerous creatives leave programs, teams because of it. Just like athletes need rest to recover, so do creatives. They aren't machines, they're people too. Take care of yourself first. A graphic or video, etc., isn't worth your mental sanity. And she's actually one of the photographers for the Carolina Panthers. So how do you guys feel about her statements? Because it resonates with me heavily.
Yes. I think it hits home in several different aspects for all of us.
And I think especially us because, I know we're all creative. We all have an innate creative ability, but this specifically is referring to creative professionals and how we get burnt out in certain jobs that we have. And because we're all creative professionals here, aren't right?
Yeah.
Every
single one of us.
I'm going to be listening.
You are a creative professional now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to you for that, though. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
It's just
I love
coming
it.
from where,
Yeah.
I love it.
Good on you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So now that we're all creative sitting at the desk, what's your take on her thoughts?
Man, she's right on. She's spot on. And I think we all kind of have come to that conclusion, especially mainly after once COVID hit, we felt like that.
The weight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had to be the ones to figure out how do we keep moving while we have to be at home and still make it look good.
Yeah.
And it was a testing season. It was all this stuff, but it's you realize a lot of this weight is on me.
Yeah.
And the expectation, well, let me backtrack a little bit because I'll say this. I feel like a lot of people that are in businesses or in my sense, you got pastors, you got clients, all this stuff. They don't always feel like what you do is that hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've had people over the years say to me oh, it's only a 30-second video. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be that much.
Bruh, you know what goes into a 30-second video?
Yeah.
Because you only record for 30 seconds.
Yeah. But it's only 30 seconds, so it should take what? 10, 15 minutes to make? Right?
Grind it out.
If you want me to record you for 30 seconds and then that be it, sure. But you know what I mean? It's not about the length of a thing. It's about what's going into it, you know? But there's just there's a misunderstanding. There's a pretty big gap in what something takes to do or the perspective of what something takes to do on this end and on the person that actually has to do it. And I think sometimes there's not a lot of grace
Yeah.
from the other side, you know, from those that don't have to do the work.
Right.
You know, I definitely feel like it's a tough spot to be in, you know, because there's an expectation for this, but you know, to get this, it requires a lot of this.
And then your
Right.
budget be like,
Yeah. That's real though. And to give a little bit more backstory, she actually went into that, you know, those series of tweets a little reluctant because she didn't want to come off. She said she didn't want to come off looking like the angry black woman. But she was giving an example of, you know, her time at some program that she was at, some school that she was at as the creative director, and her team was spending so much time. Like they were working so many hours. She said they would start at like 6 a.m. every morning and don't stop until maybe like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. And she went to her leaders to actually like, hey, this isn't working out. Here's what we can do to possibly make this situation a little better. And they were just like, maybe you aren't, like, have you worked in, you know, college sports before? Or maybe like you aren't the right person for, you know, the job, because it takes a certain kind of person to do this. And really it's like, no, like you have a start time and a finish time or end time to your day. Like creatives need the same thing. So I'm glad she said that, you know, we're not just machines that just pump out content just because you need it
magically.
Yeah. Like it takes a lot of energy to like constantly be producing and creating all the time. And I don't think people really understand that, you know? And
a lot of that is mental energy too.
Yeah.
You know, it's you kind of are combining this physical and mental energies together, you know, because like you got to come up with a concept. You got to think about how you can pull it off.
Yeah.
Now you got to go shoot it.
Right.
You know, and then figure out locations, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then after that, you got to put it all together.
Right.
You know,
and that's just talking about video.
That,
you know,
just there. And I think it can weigh so much to the point like you want to break, but where is it? Because you got another project coming up on the heels. You already know it's there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you get to a place where it's like, dang, I would just like to have can I get a week?
A weekend?
Like a week, you know?
Please. A night?
But the thing is, like, okay, well, we don't have content if you take a week off. But
I've lived this. I'm having flashbacks. Okay. I'm having flashbacks. Like, it's trauma.
But I think because like I'll say in some, you know, the bigger, obviously the higher you go, you have a bigger team. But you know, not all places have. They can't afford to have multiple people. So there's one person that does
10
all the
things.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, don't get me started. Like if you hold a camera, not only are you a photographer, videographer, you're also IT. you're
all the
set
things.
Design. You're a computer genius.
Right.
Okay, you do everything that has to do with a computer or anything
Oh
technological.
my gosh, yes.
Like,
you sound like my mom.
No, but seriously,
you're young. You can do. You got that technology. Technology.
You just need to plug the TV in.
Right. Just unplug. Plug it back in. Voila.
So but it's like you have to solve all the problems, and you're everything. You have to be everything in a situation. It's like, well, dang man, like I need a minute.
Right.
Like this is a lot. You know, I mean, I've said this to you guys before. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing so much that nothing gets done because like I don't remember. You guys remember back in the day with the old iPhones? Like if you bought an album off of iTunes, you can have the tracks download, like all of them try to download simultaneously or do one at a time. And like when it seemed like whenever you did all the tracks at once, it just took so much longer. And it's like, you're like, oh my gosh. And I would set it to just single track at a time. And then one would go, and the next one would go, and then the next one would go. And then before you knew it, the album was downloaded.
Right.
And that's how I just felt like that's kind of how it is in our field. Like if you're doing so many things at once, when is it actually stuff gonna get done? Because it's like you don't have enough time to put towards a project. Like let me get this done and move on to the next, but you can't because you got this thing coming.
Yeah.
And that's got to come. And we got a date for this and a date for that. And here's another thing I'm going to throw on top of that.
Yeah.
And also, hey, where are we with this? And it's like,
it's prioritizing. And I feel like leadership, a lot of times they don't understand like certain things need to be priority while other things can fall by the wayside for now, you know, like what's most important? What should be my main focus? Everything. Well, I guess I'm just going to die then, you know, because like how am I supposed to function? And you mentioned if you're just a team of one, you're doing everything. But in my experience, having a team of 3 or 4, that just means that instead of 5 or 10 things for one person, now it's going to be, the expectation is there's multiple. Oh, you guys can do 100 things at one time. And I'm like,
expectation grows.
Yeah, I'm like, this doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. I know you had something.
My legs are hurting really bad right now.
Yeah, his leg been like
So I've been trying to hold off, but I got like cramps in my leg.
Oh.
Tell the story, Mark.
No, I was going to say, can we cut for a second? All right, we're good. Woo.
All right, well, we're back. We had to take a mild, break because someone
when you have
catching
old people on
It's the grind. It was the grind. I've been grinding.
It caught up with you?
You've
Is that what it
been
was?
grinding coffee beans at 12 o'clock at thanks guys.
This video is
12
sponsored by
o'clock at night. Hey, mics please.
Grinding.
Yeah.
I'm good.
He was drinking espresso at 12 o'clock at night before he went to bed, and then he woke up all dehydrated, and so his legs just cramping up like the old man he is. So
No, yeah.
you good now?
I'm good.
That boy, his legs was shut up.
Step at the board. I'm
Yeah,
over here like, stay in your own space. I'm like, oh crap. The other one went pew, pew. I was like, oh, that's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
Marcus is
all
over there like,
because it hurt.
please.
Can we cut, please?
The church mother finger in it all, man.
I just can't put my hand up. I was just like, nope.
Not this time.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like, man, isn't this conversation great? Let's continue to talk.
Say more things, Joe.
I'm good though.
Okay, so where were we?
We're talking about leaders.
Yeah.
We're talking about the leaders in
Well,
the church or anywhere.
To continue, another thing that she said was, if you're a leader, you're there to protect your people, and you shouldn't shame them when they're coming to you with a problem or they're telling you that they're burnt out or they're exhausted. Like, that's something that needs to be taken seriously. And from my experience, a lot of times leaders resist. That's what I was telling you guys a lot. They tend to resist structure because it means that they can't get what they want when they want it. Have you guys experienced that?
Yes.
Well, I'm new to this game,
It's
so
the
listen.
crowd commentary for me.
Will was like, yes, yes.
Yeah, I think we all do. Like, I think like Desiree said it, I think, in the sense that, like, when you have, I think, a conversation we were having prior, anyways, where you have like set schedules, like, like what's another profession where they have like, all right, from 9 to 5, this is going to be my set schedule. When it's creative, especially now, with technology, we're not just confined to a desk. Oh, you remote. Oh, you work from home now. So you can do this at any point in time, to where it's even just bleeding into every aspect of our lives. So even as creatives, like, we tend to do so much more than just doing the work. So you're talking about like watching YouTube videos or watching Netflix. Then on top of that, you're just attached to your computer all the time, and you're just constant, whether you're consuming it or having to think about it and dish it out and create it. It's just, your mind is just
Always going.
going. So there's never a time to really just shut out. So your mind is, doing the grinding consistently.
Yeah.
But yeah, even with technology and working from home now, just like wherever you go,
There's work.
your laptop is with you.
I used to get calls at like 11 o'clock at night. Like, oh, we need X, Y, and Z. I'm like, can I get a night Can I get some rest? You know, meanwhile, everybody else, you know, their weekend comes, they get to enjoy their weekend, or 5 o'clock comes, they get to enjoy that time. Me, I'm like, okay, I can't even hang out with my friends without getting a text.
But this is
like,
what you love, though. Why wouldn't you want to do it all the time?
And you're just clicking a button, right?
That's
you get to push a button for your whole career.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's simple.
Wow.
Easy money. Will, what were you going to say? So Will said, could this be a lack of empathy? 100%.
Yeah.
I think so, at least.
I'll say this to all of you that are over or employ creative, like, have a sit down, like, with your, like, if you want to, like, try to get to the bottom of it, like actually sit and talk with your creators, your content creators, or whatever, you know, you have employed, and just see, like, what's the best situation, what's the best process to set up here, how can we do this in a way that's effective for both of us. And I think having those conversations is really what's gonna, you know, allow there to be growth, but also I think good growth.
Yeah.
I think I would never want to be able to say, man, I'm glad we got that video out, but also you're depleted at the end of the day.
Right.
I feel like that's a loss. It's like, yeah, we got the job done, but I'm exhausted and there's a trail of blood behind me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Been there.
Like that's not a win.
And
I don't know, but I'm just gonna be honest. Some people just don't care.
Yeah,
they don't. Like, listen, my some people just do not care.
Yeah.
And they listen. I give you a check every week, every other week.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
And to me, that's short lived, right? Because if you have a person that is drained and is depleted, how long is that situation gonna last? You get what I'm saying?
You're definitely replaceable. Get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
And for half the price.
Yeah.
Some kid out of college. Or we'll just, train up the receptionist and she can do it. Like,
it's not that hard.
Yeah, just go on Canva.
Like
you saw that commercial was like for Canva, and it's like right before a meeting, go on Canva, and she put together like a whole presentation. I'm like,
I did. Okay.
Sure. Canva can help.
I just want to say, Canva, this is not a shot towards you. If you
would
like to sponsor
love
us.
Canva.
If you want to sponsor the podcast, hit us up. Okay.
We love Canva. Canva is a great tool.
But yeah, I want to share things without sharing too much.
Yeah.
Because we've had some experiences.
Boy, have we?
For example, like, there was one time we're working on a project and it was a very tight deadline. And we're like slaving on this thing. And then my leader at the time, my boss at the time, is posting on Instagram, like, looking for creatives, looking for people to add to the team. And come to find out, it was just like some mind game that he was trying to play to put some fire under us. Like, we're not working hard enough. So let me see if, let me remind them that they're replaceable.
It wasn't even real.
It wasn't even real.
What was it, like an Instagram post?
No, it was actual like a video, like a trailer that we were working on.
No,
wait, that person did. Your leader did.
The subject matter.
Yeah, it was an Instagram story.
I would have like commented under it and been like, looking to start ASAP or something like as soon as possible or something like that. I'm petty.
That's crazy.
So.
I'm very petty. So eventually, I just had to like leave it alone because I can easily.
That's manipulation, though. Like that's.
But I think again that speaks to the point where there is a great distance. There's a chasm between the people that want something versus the people that have to do it.
Right.
In this space, in the creative space, and there's just the expectations aren't matching up. It's like, well, I'm gonna pay you this amount of money, but I want this type of stuff, and it's like, that doesn't match up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, cause what's the guy from Shark Tank? not Mark Cuban, Mr.
Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
I can't remember his actual name right now.
I can't think of his name either, but he had a quote. He was saying like, man, listen, like the people that have a lot of the control right now are the photographers, the videographers, all of that stuff. Because back in the day, I would try to like give you just pennies, you know, in comparison to what you make now, because you're a starving artist. You're this, that. But you know what? Now people need the content. People need the pictures. They need all of this stuff to be put out there. So now you can charge people X amount of dollars because you're in the driver's seat now.
Yeah.
This is a
billionaire.
Is he a billionaire? Yeah, this is a billionaire talking. So many more billionaires coming out. Have you noticed that? But anywho,
people rich, man.
like, for real.
Inflation.
But like, but as the creatives, we're in the driver's seat. Now, I'm not saying to be, you know, just do the same thing on your end now, but I think there has to be a coming together.
Yeah.
You know, on both ends.
And
Say, like, listen, this isn't reasonable for what you're asking for. Yeah. It's not like let's say for the amount of the pay or the amount of time that's going to go into this, it's not going to work.
Or the team that you have to do.
Right. Or the equipment or the lack thereof.
Right.
Like all of this stuff plays a role. And I don't think people have counted up the cost.
Right.
When they go into stuff like this. It's like I've had clients or just people that will pick up something and just be like, all right, so make it do stuff. I'm like, that's not how a camera works.
Yeah.
Make my pictures look good.
Yeah.
Well, here's this YouTube video. You can learn how to use a camera. But it's just this mindset has to be changed as to like it's just clicking a button.
Right.
You know, because when you look at something as small, you're gonna pay small money,
right?
And also expect big results,
right?
And
you're not grinding hard enough.
If you want it fast and cheap, then you don't want it like done well. Or if you want it,
yeah, there was like a little graph or something like that.
I'll see if I can find it.
Insert here. I'm just joking. It's easy. You can just insert it in the video, right?
Just put it.
You know? But the crazy thing about that example that I gave was, he just didn't see that we were really working hard on that thing.
Yeah.
You know, it just wasn't seen. So in his mind, it's like, man, I could find somebody else.
I'm talking about staying up all night,
bro.
Like making sure that thing get out.
Driving across town to get footage from somebody for the thing.
Yeah.
You know,
like I don't know.
Boy.
I was a little petty because the next day I posted, they can use your recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same.
Young C in
and
the
I
building.
had people texting me like, "You good?" Because they saw his post and then they saw my post and they like, "She still got a job? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Listen, don't play with me. They could use your recipe, but they can steal your recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same.
You ain't had to steal your recipe part.
Steal it.
They
could steal your recipe.
That's so good.
It's not gonna taste the same.
I'm gonna post that
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, bro. I live by that. Like, there's only one you.
Yeah.
You know, so like you can leave a thing and they feel it.
Yeah.
They can feel it because no one's going, we said this before, no one's going to do you like you.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's good.
wear me out if you want to.
Right.
I'll be gone.
There ain't no other me.
Yeah. And it's just prioritizing yourself,
Yeah.
prioritizing your rest because people aren't going to do that for you. People aren't going to create the boundaries for you. You have to do that yourself.
And that's what I was going to ask you too. I know you mentioned someone reached out to you. It was like 9:00 at night wanting something. So in situations like that, 11. In situations like that, like, did you say, hey, did you respond? Were you like,
I used to, and then as time went on and I realized like this just isn't going to stop, I would stop responding. And then I would wake up and be like, oh, my bad, I was asleep. I was awake.
Yeah.
I was awake. I'm on Instagram. See the text and be like, well,
Christina's
Like, I saw
online.
that
You see
you're
that
active,
green
yeah,
dot?
right?
you know?
Yeah.
But even that, like I shouldn't have to just say that I'm asleep. I should just be like, hey, I'm going to be unavailable between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be able to reach me, you know?
Setting your own boundaries.
Boundaries. People, listen, man, like you said, I think leaders just need to sit down with their creatives and have an understanding, like what goes into this process. What don't I know, you know?
Yeah.
These
Coming
are
together, man. just takes a coming together. That's
Yeah.
all. I feel like, I mean, a lot of us want the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, depending on what area you're in, we kind of wanted the same thing at the others.
Right.
We still talking about. Never mind.
No, I'm the other place.
It's just, it's so many.
Yeah.
That's just one example.
Yeah, but I mean, let's just come
It comes
back
out
to
with a book. Read my book.
back to the issue at large. Is just, can we just be able to set some framework so that creatives have time to refresh? Like other people they get their 2 weeks, you know, or whatever their paid, was it PTO? Their paid time off, and like we need that as well. You know, we need our time to be able to go. Like I have people that work with me now that they'll go away for the weekend, or they'll go here, they'll go there, whatever. I haven't had that privilege, you know, in probably like over a year.
Do you think that falls on them though? Because I think in a sense, like you know what your body needs, because whether you decide to take that time off and be intentional about it or not, your body's gonna be like, you know, one day, hopefully not, just be like, I don't want to do this today. You're on your own. You know what I mean? In a sense, like you can drive yourself to a point of exhaustion to where your body just, I've seen it happen, collapses, and you end up in a hospital and you're forced to rest.
Yeah, mine was more mental, I think, though. And I think I tried to kind of find ways to get away, but like here, you know what I mean? Like I guess like mentally get away, but
that's
it wasn't
even worse though.
No, I mean it didn't work out well, but
because sorry to cut you off, but your body, you can recover. Your mind, your brain, mental, like you don't get a lot of second chances with your brain,
right? Like
with your mental health.
Yeah, but no, I guess I'm trying to make the point that because there's so much responsibility that like almost the train stops if you're not there. It's like, man, we got to rework the system now. Like we got to reset this and figure out how we can make this work or bring some more people on board. Now, thankfully, I do have, you know, some people now that'll can handle it. Like I didn't go to church yesterday. We won't talk about why, but
tell us.
But you know, we had people in place to be able to handle the stuff, to, you know, make sure service was able to flow and all of that. So I'm thankful for that, but also we still got to grow. We still got to add on top of that, you know. So we're getting there. Well,
these are our thoughts. Give your creatives rest. Don't use them to the point of, you know, exhaustion. You know,
use them up, throw them away,
get
another one.
That's
so sad. Yeah,
like they tissue. You know, you just toss them to the side. Like,
don't even recycle. Sorry, that was wrong.
Recycle tissue.
No.
Okay.
Just throw them down the toilet. You know. All right. Well, that's all we got for this one.
Hey, great tweet, Chanel.
Seriously,
it started a lot of conversation for real.
Seriously, and it's something that definitely needs to be talked about more, because you just don't see it. You know, people just don't talk about it enough, if you ask me.
Yeah,
you know, and more leaders need to be aware that this is a problem.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. New merch out. Pick it up. I wanted to thank you guys though, for modeling and like doing all the things. Joe was helping with product pictures, and he modeled. You know, look at him. Look at him.
Not the
what
not
is
the
with
light
the
skin
eyes? That's the I got allergies face. He like
Des modeled. Like it was a short turnaround time, but we got it done.
Yes.
So I want to thank you guys.
And shout out to the creator with all the new designs, making the thing run. My dog, Christina.
Thanks, guys. And Will too. Will with the phenomenal film photos and Polaroid photos. Like everything was dope. So
we got a squad.
Yeah, creativesareessential.co. But inspirations.
The product release.
No. I got one. What inspired you this week, Mark?
I actually had Friendsgiving at my place yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Where a bunch of people from church came over.
Not us.
Not y'all.
Mm-mm.
That one,
Will perked up like
I wasn't
no
there.
invite.
well, I only got 2 RSVPs from this particular room right here, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Did you send out RSVPs?
I sent a text, but nobody responded to it. It is next
It's
week.
next week.
He had his own with his other friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my other friends. But no,
I'm just playing.
well, I had one with my friends. Now I want to have one with my family. You saw that? You saw how I
It's
did
not
that?
Friendsgiving.
Family give
Families give it.
So you had something
I
that
had
we
something.
weren't invited to.
Right.
Go ahead.
that y'all weren't invited to because
Just
and it
say
was,
it.
and it was
Just say
good.
it.
It was just a good time. Food, games, just chilling and just relaxing. It was
Nice.
very a good time.
It was a vibe. I saw
Before
what you
I
posted.
had too much espresso and then
Cramp your
Locked
legs
up.
up.
yeah.
That's-
But yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was-
So how did that inspire you?
It inspired me just to see people happy, the people I love happy and around me. And just like, man, I live for these moments.
He's really finessing it, but okay.
Bro, my heart is racing. How Christina looked at you like, okay, like you in class, like, okay, but how did
It's
flush
like,
that out some
you know,
more?
when you didn't do the project until the night before and you just coming up with stuff, like,
That's how that last sentence felt. Yeah, it inspired
America
me
is a
because
good place to live because it's fun and I like it. And they got hot dogs and they taste good. And you can also go to football games because they are fun.
yeah, all that. But
Oh my god! You know when you did a paper and it had to be a certain amount of words.
Yeah,
you start blow. You start up in the font.
They are is not.
I be making them periods like an extra notch bigger.
What?
That makes a difference.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you did
No,
that.
I
next
said
level
a certain
cheating.
amount of words.
Oh, I thought you meant like length. If it
No.
had to be like a full page,
You
I'd
used
be
to
like,
write rules when you were a kid. I will not
Nah.
sleep in class, and you just
No.
write in big bold letters.
no. I didn't get in trouble in school, but
Sounds
Yes.
like you did.
I
I
did.
did.
but
I did
I
too.
have a question though, Christina. What inspired you this week?
What actually inspired me was the release, which is why you couldn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think seeing all the pictures, like the Polaroid pictures, the pictures that we took doing the shoots and all that stuff, like the behind the scenes, I was just motivated, inspired, and grateful for like our team, like our squad, because it wouldn't be able to happen without you guys. Like, I can't do it by myself. We talk about burnout. He's so extra.
I don't even wanna
And the
look at him.
Oscar goes too. Yeah, so I was really inspired by that. Like I know a lot of people don't have the squad that we have, and we said that before. But for me, it means a lot because it's a lot that goes into this stuff that people don't see behind the scenes. But just going through all the pictures of like the different shoots and how we're just collaborating together, I thought it was dope.
It's good stuff.
Des?
okay. So I had one, but I'm still gonna say that one. But I was gonna say Christina, because I've been going through some things with this new position and just a lot of feelings, emotions, and stuff like that. And today, for example, Christina was like, she just texted me at the right time. Like she didn't know anything that was happening, but it was like text and like it was just needed, and I appreciate that. The other thing, I got a message from Mark today about, someone text him to let us know, that type of thing. But it was timely. So it just said, keep planting, keep making a difference, even if it feels small. God can do abundant things with our open hands.
Yeah.
And it was just timely because it's like you feel like you're not doing much, or it's just like an update of an app, which I did today, guys.
Good job.
But-
She a whole developer.
Come on.
Bruh. But like even something that's small, because at first I was excited and it's like, okay, like I did it without, but then I immediately was like, man, all you did was like, I demeaned it, and then getting that message from you, it was just like,
That was
okay,
good.
like willing, like, okay, my hands are still open. So
Yeah.
it just felt good. It was
Good
both
stuff,
things
man.
were just timely. So
And both things occurred today,
Proud of
so it's well didn't plan this answer.
no, but sometimes in life, God
Come on.
goes ahead of you and orchestrates things to happen.
Okay,
so
okay,
though I
okay.
didn't have anything, he was like, this is going to happen. Boom. And you can use it for the podcast.
Okay.
That's how my guy
finesse
works.
answer,
Touche.
too.
Oh, look at all the
I wish
growth.
I wish we would have ended on hers.
What's yours, Joe?
Mine was gonna be a movie that I watched.
Go ahead. What inspired you?
It was The Harder They Fall. It was a fun movie to watch. Great soundtrack and great acting and awesome visuals. But
It's
Dez's thing was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
That's hilarious. All right, well, that's that.
Yep.
Thank you guys for. That's what I really want to do. Thank you guys for everyone who picked up merch this weekend. Like, we got a significant amount of orders, and I just appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm glad that y'all part of the squad with the merch and everything. And we got some more stuff on the way. There may or may not be a Black Friday release of something special that y'all don't know about yet. May or may not. I don't know. So just, stay tuned. And then also for the podcast, if you like what we're doing, support us. There's Cashapp, little $ creatives are essential. You don't have to. This is always going to be free, but if you do want to support us, that's the way you can. So thank you guys. We're going to catch you on the next one. I'm Christina.
It's your boy Mark Lee. I'm all over the place.
Des.
And I'm Joe. Later, friends.
Later.
Drink some water. Okay.
Yes. Also, make sure y'all take pictures in y'all Creatives Are Essential merch and just post them and tag us.
Yeah. All that.
And, yeah, bye for real.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Joe, what happened? No, my leg.
His leg has been like this for a minute.
Yeah, I have like cramps. In my
Okay.
leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Go
one
ahead.
is new. Need water.
What is it? Your hamstring?
So Mark decided that at 12 o'clock at night, he was going to have espresso and then go to sleep, So he woke up just hella cramps because his body is clearly dehydrated. So what is happening? Pan, please. Pan.
I'm sorry, it came out my nose. You over here twerking against the door.
That's what you look like. You over here like, I need a banana.
Good.
Are you okay?
Lift your hands.
Come along.
Okay.
And keep your,
Yeah.
That feels good. I was waiting for a cut. Man, I never wanted Joe to stop talking so bad. I was just like,
And another thing.
please stop.
That leg kicked up. I was like, oh, shoot.